And welcome back. We're picking up where we left off last time, Europa Universalis 4, in our chill Ottoman game, where I think at the end of the last one we were planning on potentially starting something with the Teutonic Order. Starting a war with the Teutonic Order. And I think we're still going to do that. We don't currently have a treaty with them. They have a bunch of cores our subjects have, so we'd like to get that all returned to our core, or returned to our subjects. So we'll do imperialism, but we'll mostly be doing core returns. And this is not an alliance we're necessarily going to have a problem fighting. There is one thing we're going to do, which is we're going to delay it until December, and there's a reason. You'll notice we have treaties with Great Britain and Landshut. And the Landshut Treaty, in particular, ends in December. Landshut is allied with Milan, Austria, and Lubeck. And, well, Lubeck's treaty also with us ends... Okay, technically that's... Oh, no. No, that's Saxony. Lubeck. Lubeck's treaty with us ends in October. So by December, treaty with these guys and the treaties with these guys will be gone. Lubeck, if we can co-belligerent them, are below 100% war score to vassalize. Landshut, if we can co-belligerent them, are below 100% war score to vassalize. Milan, if we can co-belligerent them, are below 100% war score to vassalize. Austria would be 2, but our treaty with Austria isn't going to quite go away in that time. No one's up to 35. We're not going to wait 35. But Austria adds a bunch of Bohemian cores, so we can go getting them to return Bohemian cores. All by just waiting till December. And okay, that'll be a bigger quote-unquote fight, but that's a fight I think we can handle. It's not gonna be a problem. Quickly, why I'm not got the time spending, we're gonna start building some buildings. We're probably also gonna build the army up a little bit, though we do have a little bit of a manpower issue that's gonna prevent us from rapidly expanding. Then, yeah, I think we'll quickly... Well, I say quickly. It doesn't necessarily need to be all that quick. But we're going to go ahead and grab 2 new... Well, 3 new units of army groups. Or 30 stack army groups. Nowhere near optimal. At this point in the game, it's probably optimal to do like 50-50. So this is what we're running. Simple enough to just chill, run with what we've got instead of trying to invent something better. And then we are running a little low on manpower. So let's grab, and any place that has a big manpower buff, 500 or above, let's just upgrade those. The building. Oh, and then also any that we're getting the cost decrease on for having the bigger one. There we go. No, we can definitely do the furnaces. And do we have any good soldier houses? Yeah, so soldier house by default gives 750. I believe it's more effective in grain, fish, livestock, and wine. I think it's double effectiveness, and then I believe the barracks we have smattered around are improving it as well. Basically everything that's more than double effectiveness, we'll go ahead and queue for an upgrade. This will hopefully help with the manpower issues we're having. Because we definitely don't have a money issue, we have a manpower issue. And then we'll build some supply depots where we can, just to minimize attrition. Already have a supply depot there. Okay. Yeah. So with that, let's go ahead and actually start moving time. Oh, and let's to help get the war going a little bit faster, let's bury a couple of our diplomats in spying operations. And yeah, we're waiting basically until December rolls around, so let's actually take it up to speed 4. We're on speed 3 because of all the fighting we're doing. And yeah, I think this might spiral into a situation where we're with France again, but that'll be fine. And the revolution is spreading, and we're going to try ignoring it, because it's actually going to be a problem if we start to deal with the revolution. Because one of the ways to deal with a revolution as a authoritarian government like we are is lower your authoritarianism. But that's a problem with the whole Ottoman decadence system. We're waiting for that to end in December. Might have to wait until January. Okay, we need to... Actually, did the tree go away? I think so. So I think that's where we can go ahead and declare. Yeah. Landshut into Lubeck and Milan. Could keep pushing, could go into Trier and Holland as well. Holland... Yeah, if we want to do Holland, we would have to co-belligerent Holland, which would keep sort of spreading the war farther and farther and farther. Trier we could do without co-belligerating. So we can avoid dragging France in by not co-belligerating. Trier. And it might actually be worth co-belligerating down to Castile. So let's look at how bad this is going to get. Keep doing that. Landshut, Milan, Beck, Holland, Castile. What about Cologne? Want to make the list bigger? Probably. Is it a problem that's making the list bigger? Probably not. Yeah, so this will be a big fight, but I think we're mostly reasonably positioned to deal with this. So, we're going to take the speed down, because this is something that can potentially spiral out of control if we're not paying too much attention. And we're going to start a fight. We're going to start a fight. Yeah, those units apparently have British and Austrian units still that are like, well, there's a very exposed Toledo there. Okay, and we do want to spend some of our military power. I think one decent place to spend it is on getting more generals. Oh, we got those 4 as well. Mass up and then attack. Go, defeated their army there. Do I want to bring that army down into Milan? Thinking I do. Are these armies formed up yet? Almost. Yes, yes they are. Okay. Actually, let's get you going over there, give you a general, and wait for your friends to join. And there's 2 batches of friends to join you. 9,000 or 90,000 should be enough to sit in the siege of Vienna. Or yeah. Don't think the French are going to give me military. Oh, no, they will. Thank you, French, for the military access. And we do apparently have allies we can call into this war that we're not going to call in this war. But we could. Don't go by the island. I know it might technically be faster, but go by land, so you stop getting interdicted. Okay, let's get those 3 out of that area and over to this area. I'm thinking it'll help invade Castile. Am I at war? Well, a little bit. A little bit at war with stuff down there. Oh, and we're at war with Congo. So we'll grab these guys and send them over to Congo. Over to the Congo. Touch Guinea? Yeah, okay. I probably don't... Well, little guys we can just delete, get the manpower back from. But the bigger units should probably drag it out of the Far East. We don't need them out here. Over here. Don't necessarily want to drag them all back to Europe because that's just going to be a pain to get them all back, but we do want them back at some point, I suppose, so... Some bannermen we've inherited? Yeah. Don't need the bannermen. Guys on the Japanese island, we're going to stay on the Japanese island. Guys over here in the north on the mainland we can drag back as well. Okay. Yeah, we'll take the double attack. And the sieges proceed. Siege of Calais. Calais is already fallen of all places. Okay. Wasn't expecting that. We are at war with these guys. Let's go sit in their capital. Lost a battle. Okay. I see what happened. We stop the guys from... Yes. Stop those guys from limbing into the fight. Quito has fallen. You know, it looks like the Castilians might be so poor that they don't actually have very many forts. So to go, okay, time to move to the next Castilian fort. Where's the next Castilian fort? The answer is there isn't one. Siege of Coventry. Go siege London. There's the Castilian army being defeated in the battle and defeated in the field. Let's chase after them a little bit. They're willing to negotiate, but I think what we want to do with them is vassalize them, and I don't think they're willing to accept that yet. That might be a bridge too far. Yeah, is a bridge too far. Probably won't be after the capital falls, but that hasn't happened yet. Siege ended somewhere and I accidentally... Oh, that one. Might have been that one? Might not have been that one. Let's do a quick scan, make sure it is. There's a place that says a siege group that isn't sieging. These guys have run away, so we'll go try to leave that siege and then go to Vienna. Guys in the east haven't come back yet. Here's Somerset. Go to Hull. So I think the British front is going nice and quick, which is good to see. Oh, we now have Denmark as a subject, so returning all the Danish cores would not be a bad idea. Release the nation of Scotland, and then give us that island. Like, that wouldn't be too bad to do. I think we're gonna have to go occupy some stuff in Denmark to do that peace deal, but we'll try that. And then getting Foreign over here may allow us to double vassalize them. We'll see. Actually, with the... Let me outnumber you. Probably take that fight. As is. Northumberland. Yeah, that fight's going our way. Push the spares through the fight as well, okay. That'll work. there goes. Okay, so... How much war score do we have against Castile? 13%. So they've obviously got stuff elsewhere. Immediate guess is probably the colonies are counting for them as well. So we'll have to basically occupy most of their homeland, which that will be a bit slow. Not gonna lie, that's gonna be a bit slow. I love how we're chasing the Spanish out of their own country. Because there is no safe place in Spain for the Spanish army. Stealing flagship sunk. Okay. Why did they even come to naval battle with us? Presumably had to know that was not going to be a battle they were going to win. But they came anyway. That wasn't what I wanted. Take that, take that. There you go. That was the... not yet. Oh, you're direct sub to Castile, that makes sense. So your forts count as well. We'll soon be on top of them, so they won't be independent forts for very long, but they are for the moment. Siege of Laborde. Push you into Brescia, Milan. Push those guys into Milano. No, Hayut. Why not? We need your capital before you will accept the deal I am offering. Purchase a nobility. Artillery damage on the back row is probably what we're going with, yeah. Now all our cannons are even more dangerous. Yeah, at this point the balance would probably be 50-50. Revolutionary Munster. Siege of Verona. Siege of Namur. Okay. Okay, Verona was ours. Namur is one that is enough to get a peace treaty, I believe. Okay. It isn't because it is resulting in their annexation or vassalization. They're not on board with that yet. Okay. Lost the battle in Mantua. Okay, so... Oh, I see what happened. They didn't come in together. That's fair. The vanguard did not hold long enough for the rearguard to arrive. Another colonist. Oh, I suppose we should take that path as well. Siege of Hull. Okay. So that leaves us with one. No, because we got it right over here as well. Can't get across the strait right now. You can go around that way. Okay, so we'll go around that way. Probably bring the second fleet up to secure the strait. Anyway, these guys are going to be really having a bad day. 38% of war score, which is a little less than I was expecting, actually. Do that return. Oh, we don't have any forts connected to that area, so that's... I think we're going to be really resistant to that. Free the subject of Congo. We'd rather like a transfer. Congo's only 15, so we can just do the transfer. Take them as a vassal. And then we have claims. So we'll probably actually declare or pick these claims. And then hand them over to the islet. Some more troops out of the far east. Okay, most of them are apparently in use, unless they're actually in Japan proper at this point. Siege of Northumberland. Breda. Actually go to British one. Not quite ready to cross the strait because the strait hasn't been cleared. Fleet's on its way. Okay, the British fleet flees from our fleet, so we are given the crossing. Siege of Milano, Siege of Brundell. Not yet. Like a month or two and they should surrender. On my terms. Not on their terms, on my terms. Okay. Mainland Castile has fallen. These troops have arrived. Go ahead and occupy this entire area. You'll be assigned to that area. And the rest of the coastline. Moravia, okay. Getting sort of spammed with that sort of stuff, that's fine. Okay. Oops, I didn't communication scam from places, or spam from places that we don't need. Como. Next place to jump looks to be Durlock in Baden. And we got revolutionaries in the UK. Siege of Roma. Okay, so we've liberated Roma. You have a general. We will start a fight with the British forces here. And there goes the British forces. Completely destroyed. Go up to Ulm. Fort Ulm, which isn't a fort. Okay. Well, it's probably a fort in real life. It's not a fort in-game. Whoops. Kind of fighting in this case from west to east, which is why we're not having the best of times in the east. Siege of Prague. Okay, you. I think I can negotiate with you on our terms. Yes. No, they're promotable to islet. So come June 12th, we can use the Ottoman green if we want to. Liberté, Egalité, Fraternité. Tech cost down, which we really don't need. Admin tech even more, Diplotech even more. Does make a bunch of people very rebellious. Would basically walk out all my bonuses. Yeah, maybe not. Yeah, I think this would be really strong if you were trying to catch up and not like the tech leader. Not worth the risk. We don't need that bonus. Attack the Holland forces in the area. Siege of Brescia. There's Brescia. Milan, are you willing to join the other side? Yes. Needless to say, if Milan is in our side, it's time to send diplomats to improve relations and not to spy upon them. That we need until the 13th of June. North Islet. I think I'm going to need the Ottoman green. Spread the Ottoman green. Okay. And again, I don't think we got a lot of... Well, that's a lot of revolutionaries. Let's not let that get out of control. what do we want to do to you? You're not going to accept that. Well, not that, obviously. We'd want to vassalize the Congo for going that route. I'm going to pay 200 dipl power to make it half the cost. We got dipl power, so we'll accept that. And then I have claims on a lot of southern Castile. So we'll take a bunch of the claims. We didn't really come here to fight you. So we'll get you out. Like so. Oh, we'll buy a little bit more time. We're gonna finish fighting the Congolese forts down there. Oh, we suffered a defeat in the Irish Sea. The once invincible Ottoman navy has been defeated. Oh dear. Well, if I need transit across the Irish Sea again, we'll have to bring up the other navy, or bring the navies together. The battle did not go well, did it? No. What? I thought I had a battle that we lost. Maybe I'm just confused and we did win? Oh, must have just read that wrong. So that was this place. And that looks like a win, not a defeat. Just saying. Vienna has fallen. These orts. So we got a lot of places that are no longer under siege. That location, obviously. Fort Lunda. Not sure what they're talking about north. Might have been one of mine. That would make sense when I'm not seeing it where I'm looking. Not the one we're looking for. We really want to get this one down. We'll use the cannons accelerate a little bit. Vilna. Trier. Cool. Trier has more forts. Go to the next. That's actually the quickest way there? Okay, never mind. I was like, go to the next fort, but apparently there's not quite that easy to get there. Siege of Aberdeen. You're going to get spread out across the north here. While we wait for Tyrone to fall. Once Tyrone falls, we can back up to Ulster and take that one, and then we'll have both sides of the strait pass through as we wish. Okay, I think once we deal with the revolutionaries here and re-establish control of that province, we'll peace out the Castilians. Siege of Don Heg. Probably means we can spread out and the rest of mainland Holland. There goes the peace deal with Holland. Okay, we have like 48% already. They're obviously not willing to accept from that position, but pretty close, actually. I'm surprised. Okay. Liberate that province. Look at the thing. So that's what we're thinking about. Give us the Congo. Yes. Give us those territories. They won't give us all their money, but we'll get some money off of them as well. Need 2 days to get the diplomat back. There we go. Tyrone has fallen. So now we can go ahead and reacquire the ability to acquire the ability to cross the strait. So we can siege both remaining ports in Ireland at the same time. And I'm not pouring any of the stuff down here because I'm planning on handing it over to the islet. You can't do that while we're at war. But I think this is the only territory I'm planning on holding directly for most of the war. We might take a little bit of stuff off the Teutonic Order. We'll see how the Teutonic Order bit goes. But they're actually weirdly the allies we're dealing with last, so. Zealots. We can ignore the Confucian Zealots. Okay, what do we got against Austria? 54% war score? I'm surprised. Oh, the Austrians got stuff over in the Palatinate, I suppose. We're thinking return everything. Baden. Do we control Baden? Probably. No, we don't control Baden. Don't give stuff to Baden. I see, as we're actively fighting Baden. It's like, yeah, no. Okay, they're not willing to do that. It is possible, if we siege down all their forts, to get them to hand over their subject and hand over the cores. Okay. So we're not there yet. We're definitely on the way there. Sieging continues. Ulster has fallen. There we go. Now the British Navy cannot stop me. Siege of Varad is over, but that's actually a defensive siege we lost. Okay. Oh, there's another. Well, I ordered guys to go there. Interesting. Nation of the natives. Let's go to see. the Battle of Limerick, victory at the Battle of Cork. Mataba down there. Okay. Okay, looking at the time, I think this is where we're going to go ahead and put part break in. So if you're watching on YouTube, we are going to pick up and continue this war in the next one. We are shrinking the war. We were all the way down to Castile, and we're slowly working our way sort of up into the right on the island, main island here. After the war is done, we'll probably go into Russia, and then we'll maybe look into doing some stuff with the Holy Roman Empire zones. But yeah, if you're watching YouTube, there will be caught up tomorrow. Try to record 4 more parts tonight. If you're watching on Twitch, feel free to hang around. There will be another part being recorded shortly. I'm going to take a short break to drink a little bit of tea and stretch the legs, and then we'll get right back to it. So with that, wish you all the best of luck and a good time. Catch you all in the next part. Bye for now.